So husbands ought, O-U-G-H-T. Notice he doesn't say shall. He doesn't say must. He said ought, because I got to exercise my free will to do this right, to be blessed by God, or to exercise my free will to do it wrong, to be cursed by God. So husbands ought to love their own wives. Why does God put on right there? Why does it not say, so husbands ought to love their wives? You know why he put on there, I believe? Because some of us husbands are loving other men more than our own. You're cheating on your wife with somebody else, with some other husband's wife, and you taking care of her better than your own. That's why it says, love their own wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Let me say that another way. He who hates his wife hates himself. Now we got to understand what biblical hatred is. It's not like our hatred. Biblical hatred is you will not pray for someone. You will not give them money. You will not take them to the hospital. You will not take them to the grocery. Hatred in the Bible is you will not help. In other words, you will not bless somebody who cursed you. You will not pray for somebody who despitefully uses you. That's what biblical. Our hatred is anger, bitterness, resentment, rejection, unforgiveness. God's hatred is, God says you hate me, that means you won't love me. You won't obey me. You won't serve me. But no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it. That is if you're not demonized. If you get demonized, you're going to hate your own flesh. Look at the people who tattooed themselves to death. But then when they got saved, they tried to untattoo themselves, right? Because they were hating their own flesh, okay? But nourished and cherishes it just as the Lord does the church. Watch this. Nevertheless, let each one of you in particular love his own wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. That's the catch-all phrase in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33. Nevertheless, here's the bottom line. Here's the catch-all. Here's the take-home. Let each one of you in particular so love his own wife as himself. So that means I got to learn to love myself like God loves me. You see? Not as I love me, because that's selfish. Amen. I got to learn how to love myself like God loves me, because he loves me enough to sacrifice himself. So I got to love my wife enough to sacrifice myself. Amen.